All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to tastefully collect some colostrum here on camera. We'll see how this works out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna kind of jump off when I'm hand expressing, but I'm gonna show what I'm doing. Um, so this is a Haka syringe. It's a Haka collector, colostrum collector. First things first, wash your hands, boil your syringes. They do not come sterilized when you order them. So this now is clean, and I am going to express right into it. I do have the syringes that I often share, the 5 mLs, but I have found that these are just very easy to collect within, and I just prefer them. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm wearing my MLM dress. I shared that earlier. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it down. So I'm not gonna like give you a full frontal or anything wild here, but I am gonna kind of demonstrate a little bit of what I'm going to do. So just to start with, I'm not gonna jump right into it. I just kind of want to do a little bit of massaging. And I'll do that with both of my breasts. And my idea here is I'm not looking to fill this up. If it fills up, it does. But if it doesn't, I will be grateful for whatever I can get, because I know that colostrum isn't going to come out at a high volume. I do have a history of oversupply, but I'm still only collecting a few mLs at a time. So nothing outrageous. But again, my idea here is not to have an abundant amount of colostrum on hand when I go to the hospital. I just want some mLs to kind of stay ahead of my baby's appetite, because once baby's delivered, placenta is delivered, and I'm able to get in there and hand express or hook up to a pump, depending on what's going on at that time, I'm gonna be able to stay ahead of baby's appetite with what I have already brought, feed that while pumping, and then just go ahead and start feeding, I guess. So getting started, I am just gonna massage both breasts, and I'm only going to do this for a few minutes, and I won't record the whole thing. So just a few minutes of collection. I'll alternate breasts. What I find what I've been doing, and it's not part of a plan, it's just something that I just started doing, and it's been working out okay. So what I'll do is I just do 3 compressions, and sometimes I don't go all the way with the compression. I kind of just do kind of like a pump, like 1, 2, 3, and then in. So what I'll do is I'll compress, 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 and then I express. There we go. Compress, 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 express. So that's what I'll do with both breasts. So 1, 2, 3, and then I go to my next breast. And sometimes if I don't get anything, which does happen, some people see that I'm filling these things, they're like, oh man, how are you getting so much? I'm really not. There are times where I'm not expressing anything. So I go to the next breast, and then I alternate. So there's absolutely no harm in not expressing colostrum. It's not a sign of your supply, so don't be discouraged. And sometimes even with a natural oversupply, I'm still not expressing very much. And I still get discouraged too, but I know that I just stay consistent, continue by practicing, because I haven't done this in 2 years. So just staying up on my skill and just trying to get what I can out. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attempt. So what I'll do is I'm not gonna record. This is what I'm gonna not do. So what I'll do though is I'll jump off and I'll express this breast, and we'll see if anything happens. But like I said, I just compress, 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 and then I express. So that is what I'm doing. And right now, I am getting a little bit of colostrum. And again, it's just little drops at a time. It's nothing excessive. It doesn't have a whole lot of yellow color to it. I know some people are worried about, my colostrum is more milky looking or more clear looking. Is there something wrong with it? Why isn't it, gold looking? It's not a sign of the quality of your milk. So I always remind myself when I'm pumping, it doesn't matter what stage of the journey it's in. If you're nursing your baby at the breast, you never see what they're getting. So there's no concern, right? I mean, maybe we're concerned for other reasons, but we're not worried about the color that they're drinking. And I think that's something that we have to keep in mind when we're pumping and when we're expressing milk, because not all of our milk is gonna look the same, right? We're not robots, we're not all built the same. So this is what I just got. It's about 1/2 of an ml. Let's see if it can focus, here we go. So just a little bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead. I'll just drop that down so I don't give anyone a boob, and I'll do the other one. And then I'll just do this. I'll alternate between breasts, couple compressions. So just depends on if I'm getting a flow going, I'll continue with that breast. But then, not gonna lie, my hands are tired and swollen, so then I'll just jump to the other to give my hand a break. So sometimes it's not even about the breast, it's about my own, just my own comfort. So do a little bit, I can't really show you too much, but some massaging, and then I'm gonna jump in to the, oh geez. And then I'm gonna jump right in to, if I can, there we go. Oh, see Daisy. And it's funny because my right breast has always been my overproducer, but right now, while I've been expressing colostrum, I get a way better flow on my other breast. So, I mean, there's nothing's guaranteed, right? If you have a slacker boob one journey, it doesn't mean it's gonna be the other, that's not gonna be a slacker the next time. And I have experienced that between both of my journeys. So I just expressed just less than 3 mLs. This is a few minutes worth of expression. I probably didn't exceed 5 minutes. I would like a variety of volume, so I'm gonna keep this one just less than 3. The other ones I have, I think, are a range between 2 and 4. Most of them are at the higher end, so I'd like to have a variety. And if you can tell, it's quite liquefied. So it's not super thick, it's not super duper yellow. I think it's going to darken once it's frozen, so it might give it the appearance that it's darker, but not all milk looks the same. This is, again, very liquefied, so not super duper thick, and I'm not concerned about it at all. I will pop this in the refrigerator and then freeze it and feed it next week.